What a terrific setting for the NCAA tournament. Let's send it down to the third member of our crew and say good evening to Dana Jacobson.
Kevin, thank you. This Arkansas team only has one player with NCAA tournament experience. So head coach Eric Musselman has pulled from his own past to try to get them ready for it. That past includes an Elite Eight run in 2018 with Nevada. Before the Colgate game, the message was don't underestimate your opponent. So he talked all about their loss to Loyola Chicago that year in the Elite Eight. And then before this game against Texas Tech, he detailed a game against Cincinnati that was an all-out street brawl, full-on defense the whole time. It is what he expects his guys to see tonight.
Dana, great stuff. Thank you. A look at Eric Musselman in his second season. And he talks about his freshman from Little Rock, Moses Moody, one of the great freshman players in the country. Texas Tech, we've talked about McClung. He's terrific. Terrence Shannon was a third-team All-Big 12 player as well. And what a job head coach Chris Beard has done in his fifth year. You might recall he took that team to the Final Four back in 2019. There are fans here, a little over 1,200. The setting is great, a building built back in the late 20s for the Razorbacks and the Red Raiders. We've had one number one win and one number one fall today in the tournament. Our officials and a terrific crew here in Indy. Pat Adams has officiated 3 Final Fours. Tony Chiazza in his 6th NCAA tournament. And Brent Hampton in his 8th NCAA. And he has officiated 1 Sweet 16. Dan, they've talked about this being a rock fight. Both coaches used that same phrase to us last night.
Well, Kevin, it's really going to be interesting. Neither one of these teams relies heavily on the three-point basket. They like to get the ball into the lane, but it's really difficult to get the ball inside against Texas Tech, and so you may see Arkansas shooting a few more threes in the half court than normal.
Razorbacks, Red Raiders, and away we go for the right to go to the Sweet 16.
And here's that man-to-man defense by Texas Tech. They make it really difficult to penetrate into the lane, either with the pass or with the dribble.
Hand off to Moody. Oh, look at the dive inside by Justin Smith. Beautiful play, counted for 2 and a foul.
Just a little late getting there to try to take the charge. We talked about Justin Smith. Really nice catch and a great bit of concentration to not worry about the guy trying to get in front to take the charge.
Shannon picks up the foul. Justin Smith, leading rebounder. But what he did against Colgate, and Dan was talking about this, 27 points, 11 of 13 at the free throw line, 12 rebounds. I mean, he filled every category.
And that was a toughness play right there. You're going to have to be tough when you're trying to play against Texas Tech.
What a great pass inside to Edwards. It came from the wing. That pass had some serious gas on it, but it was a foul, and it was called on the Red Raiders, and you can see right here.
Actually, Kevin, they didn't call a foul. They called a traveling violation. Edwards shuffled his feet before the contact.
And there was a lot of contact.
Well, I think that's going to be a theme of this game, Kevin.
It's Jalen Tate, the senior from Pickerington, Ohio. Evo Davis. Williams. Shot clock is down to 7. Outside, this is a 3. Missing on the shot, Jalen Tate. The offensive rebound right there by Williams and a whistle.
That was a really nice pass out, Kevin, by Jalen Williams. He got the offensive rebound. He felt some pressure, kicked it out. And then when the shot was missed, Matt McClung was trying to block him out, and that's a mismatch.
Razorbacks come in having won 10 of 11, 13 of 15. They've lost just 2 games since mid-January. As quickly, the Red Raiders are going to bring in Micah Peavy. He's a freshman. Tate. Here's Moody. And the shot clock at 16, so plenty of time with which to work for the 3rd seed Razorbacks. Nice shot on the fly. Launched and missed on that one by Devontae Davis. With Edwards. McClung. This is the Georgetown kid we were talking about. He was the leading scorer.
And Devontae Davis is an outstanding defender, long arms, and he really competes on this end of the court.
Shannon. Peavy, who just checked in, the freshman. Sets up 16-footer. Missed it all. Saved on the play by Shannon. Back outside it goes, trying to beat the clock, and a miss by Kyler Edwards.
And Arkansas really wants to go whenever they can.
I don't blame him. He had this kind of speed. Moody off balance, hits the deck, and buries it.
Kevin, I think that's really important that Arkansas make good decisions. The pull-up jump shot isn't always a bad shot. You don't need to try to get all the way to the basket. It's going to be very difficult to do that against this Red Raider defense.
McClung got the screen, pulls up, hit as he fires. And a foul called on Arkansas. We're at the clock at 17:43 here in the first half.
Kevin, you've talked about Moses Moody. He was very highly regarded as a freshman coming in. Toughness, maturity, he's very fluid, and you saw that right there with his ability to rise up and knock down that jump shot.
Davis picks up the foul. McClung is at the line. He leads him in free throw percentage attempts and makes. Dan, this is a big portion of how he scores at the stripe.
Well, he scores about a fourth of his points from the free throw line, and he is a very good free throw shooter, over 80%. And that's what makes him so dangerous, Kevin. He can shoot the three, but you have to respect his ability to drive.
And Tech is on the board.
Texas Tech trying to apply a little pressure, and this pressure isn't really designed to steal the ball, just to make Arkansas slow down.
Smith stands in the Indiana transfer across the lane, a little bit short on the shot, trying to dig it out. Look at him digging down, and it rolls right to the Red Raiders.
Smith will make many more of those shots than he'll miss. That was right in his wheelhouse.
McClung. Shannon. Piercing inside with the spinner. McCullough got it. He was honorable mention in the Big 12 Conference this year, the sophomore from San Antonio.
Now, obviously, Texas Tech can make threes, Kevin, but they don't rely heavily on the three-point shot.
It's Smith. That's a three, and it's missed outside by Moody. And he is their best three-point shooter. Peavy. Edwards, got it. Kyler Edwards, knocking it down from outside. He leads the Red Raiders in three-point percentage.
He and McClung and Shannon shoot almost 70% of the team's threes, so you've got to find those three guys on the perimeter.
Dynamic play inside. Jalen Tate. Now they give it off for Moody.
It's just hard to get in there.
Nice Davis. They go in right, but quickly they cling to Williams. That's a foul. Wow, how about this defense at Texas Tech? Tightening the screws.
Well, Texas Tech has guys who can hurt you from the mid-range. That would be McCullough. And you see here, he takes a couple of dribbles, makes the easy shot, and then they can convert the three. This is a ball game.
Eric Musselman starts three freshmen, the best of which is Moses Moody, who was the Southeastern Conference Freshman of the Year.
Kevin, this guy's a scorer. He's got pretty good shooting percentage numbers across the board. He's a pretty good three-point shooter. I think a danger in a game like this is with the way Texas Tech guards you, you want to be careful if you're Moses Moody that you not try to go too much one-on-one. Make sure you get your teammates involved.
Before we went to the break, Jalen Williams turned it over. Here comes Matt McClung. He gets it off to Terrence Shannon. Texas Tech began the season 14-5, but since they've gone 4-5, McClung, shot clock in single digits, makes a move, crafty as he gets in the paint. Back outside, a three, will not drop. As Nadolny has come in, the player from France, and a missed shot there by McCullough from three.
McCullough is a physical slasher, a mid-range guy. He is not your three-point shooter. He's only made 12 on the year, shoots under 30%. So that's a win for Arkansas if they can get him to shoot a three.
Tate, he'll give off to Davis. Oh, look at him take it and soar for two.
Davis, his job is primarily a defensive role. He's very athletic.
McClung three.
Got to find him. Doesn't take him long to get rid of it, does it, Kevin?
Nope. 5 minutes gone. It's Tate, mid-ranger. Tap and try, no good there by Williams. Clung on to by McClung. And here we go with Shannon. He'll slash. He'll find two.
Arkansas needs to do a better job getting organized on defense. Texas Tech is not a fast-paced team, but if you're not ready, they'll run it right up your back.
Arkansas, number 7 in college basketball and scoring on the fly. Counted for the deuce. Jalen Tate on the run. He had 17 against Colgate in the first round. First round coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues tonight on ESPN, ESPN2, and ESPNU. For more information on game times and listings, go to ncaa.com.
Kevin, and Jalen Tate, he's a transfer from Northern Kentucky, and as a member of the Northern Kentucky team, he played against Texas Tech in 2019 in the NCAA tournament.
Tate was the Horizon League Defensive Player of the Year. Now wears the uniform of Arkansas. McClung, Santos Silva, Peavy trying to get that shot. Contorting, feeding, short on the shot inside. Marcus Santos Silva. With a whistle and a foul.
I think that's on Peavy.
It is. Dan, you're right. The freshman Peavy out of Duncanville, Texas, will pick it up.
Peavy is a very good rebounder, but he tends to be foul prone. He's in the game, I think, because they're looking for a little more quickness.
Freshman Davis back on top. Swing it around. Good fake. Free to fire. Noche off the bench. Missing the shot. They're on the floor. Vacuumed in. Moody. Outside. Williams. And retrieved by Jalen Tate. Noche. Here they come. And there it goes. Pushed down. The flush by Kyler Edwards.
Kevin, Eric Musselman told us yesterday he thought the big keys to this game were, number one, Arkansas had to take care of the ball. They could not give up turnovers that led to easy baskets, and they had to rebound.
Arkansas has their highest scoring team since 94-95. Little spinner, the guy fell down. Williams fires it up. Short range, missed it. Texas Tech's ball.
You take the ball into the lane and you're going to pivot around. You've got to be very careful because you're throwing it back out, and that means you're throwing it toward the other team's basket, and Edwards read that one very effectively, got an easy layup.
Matt McClung will check out for the Red Raiders. So we're going to see some full court pressure here by Arkansas. 13-4 record in the SEC. Texas Tech will come the other way, trying to make the Sweet 16 for the third straight NCAA tournament. Last year's, of course, as we all know, canceled. Look at the drive, the slash, the two. It's Terrence Shannon.
Texas Tech has found something here, driving through that Arkansas defense.
There's a dash by Note, and then he'll stop. Clubbing his way in, getting the two, Justin Smith.
I think they really need to have him in the game. He's a guy who's tough enough and physical enough that he can score on the inside, and that's what you have to do against this defense.
Peavy with a little spinner inside over the fellow freshman Moody, and an offensive rebound by the Red Raiders.
Nice tip out by Santos Silva.
Let's see what they concoct here. Their player falls, as Edwards was dribbling. Player was Peavy. And we take a break with 11:49 to play in the first half. Musselman against Beard. The Razorbacks and the Red Raiders on TNT. Back in Indianapolis, scan this code now to watch live games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com/March Madness or download the app today. Well, first of all, there's a size difference here, and I don't know why, so there'll be a call to HR in the morning on this. Why? I need to be in the background.
Yes, you do.
There are my teammates and old Jimmy Chitwood. So then early on, two teams, long, athletic, moving the ball. Fun to watch. McCullough's got it. Santos Silva back outside. McCullough three. He'll drill it.
And again, now Kevin, I said he doesn't shoot very many of them, doesn't shoot a very high percentage, but he is very aggressive. Texas Tech defense has been outstanding so far.
Williams will give off to Note. Outside, Davis. Boy, a big-time collision inside. Bodies on the deck, and McClung was one of them. Coupled there with Justin Smith.
Kevin, when you can get the ball inside to a big guy who can pass it, that is a great job. There's no way the defense can react to that. So McCullers has a wide open three. There you go. And here's McClung. He's moving right underneath Smith. That's a tough matchup for McClung.
Shannon. Grabbed onto the defense of the Red Raiders. Number one in the Big 12. And a nice, easy layup in there. They move the ball in a hurry. Santos Silva gets the deuce.
Kevin, Arkansas is supposed to be the team that plays in transition, but here in this first half of the first half, it has been Texas Tech getting out and getting easy ones.
Swerving down low. Shot here by Moody. He averages a game 17 and 12 in the first round game.
That's only his third shot attempt, Kevin. I think when you're struggling for offense, you've got to have your leading scorer
right. Yep.
take a couple of more shots. And he's a guy who can go get his own.
Shannon. Terrence Shannon from Chicago.
Again, Shannon is one of their outstanding three-point shooters. You can't leave him alone.
Note. It's Davis. Oh, he's in a vice grip down low, and he gets it outside. Note puts in a long-range shot, and it was a beauty, and it's a 7-point game.
And that's how you have to get three-point shots against this Texas Tech team. Drive that defense back and kick it out.
Will screen, and now they chisel down low. Edwards. Cracked inside. Nice offensive rebound by McCullough. Outside it goes. Edwards, a 19-footer with the rebound. Inhaled inside by Jalen Williams, Arkansas High School Player of the Year, freshman.
Santos Silva has been a real force on the inside.
Note, way outside, ring it up. What a shot. It's a 4-point game. Note. Davis down low, helping clear some room. Note makes it. And here come the Red Raiders again, beating Utah State in the first round, 65-53 on the fly. It's off by Shannon. Another offensive rebound. McCullough will try to grind. Shannon will position. Another good offensive rebound. This is a three. Rattling out from Edwards.
Well, Arkansas is getting one defensive rebound to every two that Santos Silva is getting. The Razorbacks really need to do a better job on the defensive boards.
Note can't get it. Now McClung. He's only taken one shot, Dan, and he was a guy you highlighted early on. He's going to have many shots.
Well, he can hunt his, but...
You're right. Oh, little spoon feed inside. Bobbled because Santos Silva had the ball stripped in a foul. The Bleacher Report app is home to all the action from around the NCAA tournament. Find your community by following your teams. Fan easier, fan faster, fan better. Download the Bleacher Report app today. So the foul is on Moody, the freshman from Little Rock for Arkansas. At the free throw line, Marcus Santos Silva from Taunton, Massachusetts, by way of VCU, where he played for 3 years.
I graduated from VCU in 3 years. He's a graduate transfer. And I mean, Kevin, he can really play inside. He led VCU in scoring and rebounding. He had 10 double-doubles. And he has already shown he's a tremendous offensive rebounder.
He is the only senior on Texas Tech. How about that? The VCU transfer has got over 1,000 points in his career, Santos Silva. And checking in right now, Chibuzo Agbo from San Diego. And they're going to give Santos Silva a breather. The Red Raiders in the tournament, Dan, for the 3rd consecutive season. Of course, canceling last year, but here they are once again, representing the Big 12. Tate, a lot of congestion. And a foul.
Kevin, and that's what you find, a lot of congestion. That is what Texas Tech does. They call their defense the no-middle defense, and the idea is they keep you out of the middle.
Look at Chris Beard, who was an assistant coach under Bob Knight. Pat Knight was there. This is his 5th year. As we talked about in the tournament, his record for Texas Tech, 9-2. He is a guy made for this time of year. Justin Smith at the line.
Well, Kevin, I think they're a very deceiving team. Their overall record is 18-10, and they say they lost 8 of those 10 games to teams who were ranked. Well, the 2 games they lost to teams that weren't ranked were both lost to Oklahoma State, who just didn't happen to be ranked at the time. So they haven't lost any games to bad teams, and most of those losses were close ones.
No one in double figures. 45% shooting for Tech, 42% shooting for the Razorbacks. In a 4-point game that Arkansas has led by 5, and Texas Tech has led by as many as 10. Santos Silva back out there. Peavy, coached by his dad in high school and a state champion. Nice rebound inside, Justin Smith. Texas Tech 0-7 on their last 3 trips. Outside, free to fire, Sills. Desi Sills missing the shot off the bench and firing away.
And that's what the Razorbacks will do. Sills, he's a pretty good outside shooter.
Santos Silva. McCullough. He'll thrash his way down low. And there's a little hand check. Sills will pick it up for the Razorbacks. First round game winners both.
The Red Raiders have built a lead based on their defense, and as you look at this defense, they call it the no-middle defense. The lane is the middle, and they try to keep their opponent out of the lane. Arkansas moving the ball around, Texas Tech reacting very quickly. The idea is to keep you out of the middle. Mission accomplished that time, Kevin.
Indeed it was. You take a look at some of the numbers here. We've got 7.5 to play in the half. From Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana.
One of the problems, Kevin, as you look at those numbers, the rebounding number, Arkansas has given up 6 offensive rebounds.
Santos Silva inside. The other way comes Devontae Davis. There's a drive and knocked away. There's some defense right there by the defensive-minded Red Raiders.
If you're going to go in there, you better be strong with the basketball.
Well said. Well said. Because they're going to fight you fiercely every time.
Absolutely.
It's Smith. Noje. They come out with a little bit of a hedge and blitz. McClung's on him now. Down low, Justin Smith. Mid-range shot. With the rebound by McCullough. They'll dash the other way. Count it for 2. Count the 2 for Kevin McCullough.
Kevin and Eric Musselman is extremely upset because Arkansas, they've got 5 guys back. This is a 1-on-5, but everybody's just sort of jogging along. I mean, you have to stop the ball.
Some full court pressure here now. Put back on by the Red Raiders, and Arkansas the other way. A top 10 ranking this season for the first time since that 94-95 Final Four team. They went unranked to number 8. Prying his way. Davis double team. Got it! And a foul! What a beautiful play, showing wonderful cunning, and got it to drop.
Kevin, it was a beautiful play, but if Arkansas is going to have to make shots like this all night, this is a really tough shot. Pretty good defense. The help defense comes over. They get a foul. That's the problem Arkansas has had so far. They haven't gotten any easy shots. Texas Tech has prevented them from getting out and running.
Three-point game. 3 lead changes. Tech led by 10. Arkansas is led by 5, and here we sit. 6.5 to go. McClung, who's taken 1 shot. He's got 4 points. He'll accelerate. Rocket inside. And a foul on a lunge, and it'll look like Shannon.
And that's what he does. You're worried about his ability to shoot the 3. But this kid is a really good athlete, and he can get the ball to the basket. You already mentioned, Kevin, he leads them in free throws attempted, free throws made, and he's going to the line for a 1-on-1.
Mac McClung, mentioned a couple times from Georgetown. He was the Virginia High School Basketball Player of the Year and the #1 all-time leading scorer in high school basketball in the state of Virginia. Wow. Coca-Cola cherry. Sweet, bubbly, like Dan, and unbelievably delicious. You are bubbly.
And sweet.
That one had a hard time. Oh, look, behind the back. Great evasive move, and the tap-in right there by Justin Smith.
And that's what Arkansas wants to do. They want to get out and go in transition. That time they turned the tables on the Red Raiders, getting down the court before Texas Tech could get set.
2-point game. Color. Edwards. He explodes inside. Santos over there. Pulling the trigger. Rebound by Justin Smith. And they'll fly the other way. Note. Tevo Davis. He'll fire. 14-4 run by the Arkansas Razorbacks. And we are tied for the first time.
They've rebounded the ball a little bit better, Kevin, and the ball started to go in the basket for them.
They peel off right there. Bodies on the floor. Foul called. Shannon.
I think they got Edwards for an illegal screen.
Edwards, take that back.
Davis has really shown some quickness. You know, normally he utilizes that quickness on the defensive end. Nice jump shot right there. And here you got to get stopped. That dribble handoff is really tough. You have to be stopped, and he just kept moving. This isn't the football field. You can't keep moving for the block. You got to stop.
Edwards picks it up.
Although sometimes when Texas Tech plays, you wonder whether it's the football field or not.
Well, you know, they've had some pretty good football players that have played there. There's a guy in Kansas City who can attest to that. Dancing on top, Note. With the 3, the chase, the collision, the bodies on the floor, and picked up here by Peavy. It goes off. Nadolny. Micah Peavy. He'll take it inside. Rejected. What a play by Smith. Playing handball.
We talked about Smith before the game, Kevin. We talked about his offensive ability, but he can certainly anchor the team defensively. And this is an Arkansas team that's pretty good defensively in the half court.
Arkansas, second place regular season in the SEC. Preseason pick number 6. They finished number 2. Shannon will drive hard inside and get it to go. Down low, Tate. Shed the D. And easily just puts it right up there, cradles it for 2.
Edwards tried to take the charge, and that was really the only option there. Nice job by Tate to be strong with the ball.
Peavy, he's got a lot of engine in him. McCullough. It's a 3. Rebound by Jalen Tate. Quickly down court, intercepted but out of bounds, McCullough. This game has a great intensity to it.
It really does, Kevin. It's exactly the kind of game we expected. And Arkansas, it looks like they're trying to force the transition, and I think they need to get up and down a little bit more, but Peavy's got to be careful because McCullough saw that coming from half court. Just unfortunate break for Texas Tech that he was out of bounds.
Arkansas under Eric Musselman, their highest winning percentage since that 94-95 team, of course, is dad, the late Bill Musselman, who is a college coach, an NBA coach, a CBA coach. And Eric is quick to tell you he was my hero. His late father was some people's minds, a genius in terms of his innovation with offense. Shot clock should not have been reset, and so they are over there discussing it.
Well, it should not have been reset.
He thought he had possession, but he couldn't keep his...
Well, he did have possession, but he was out of bounds.
Right.
So that doesn't count as possession.
Down to 26 and 4:08 to go in the first half. 2 times. 3 lead changes. Tate. Smith. Davis. Tries to chisel some room. Moody's been quiet. He's only got 4. Spinning on a dime. Got it to drop. Tevo Davis.
Davis only averages 7 points a game. He's already got 9.
Let's see what McClung is going to concoct here. And this offense finds room in a 17-footer on the fly. Rifles it in. Timeout on the floor, another tie here. The third of the first half. 3.5 in the half on TNT. And now, thrilling drives presented by Nissan.
Kevin, despite the fact that the defenses have been very intense, each team has been able to find a way to get to the basket. Here, Edwards with the steal. And then Devontae Davis, he has done a really nice job. We've said he scored 9 points in the game. That's better than his 7.7 per game average coming in.
Texas Tech in the regular season of the Big 12, tied for 5th with Oklahoma. They have been ranked all season long. Began at number 14, was highly ranked as number 7, come into this tournament number 21 in the final AP poll.
Kevin, and as you look at the game summary there, you see not a lot of assists in this game, so an awful lot of one-on-one kind of plays, driving the ball all the way to the basket.
And what do you think of that?
Well, I think that's what each of these defenses forces you to do.
Note. Put back up and in by Justin Smith.
Now, Note will claim that that's a pass, although that won't be an assist either. Well, you got to be very conscious of Justin Smith when he's anywhere around the basket. He works very hard in there, just seems to have a nose for the ball.
McClung trying to show some resolve in a first half that's a little bit below his scoring average. A 2-pointer short. Got it with that resolve. Puts it back up, no. Nice offensive rebound by Peavy. Loading up from 3. Hoisted up and missed by McCullough.
Kevin, that is now 9 offensive rebounds in the first half for Texas Tech.
Tate down low. Smith from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Back to Tate. Little jab. Little drive. Down he goes. Rebound by McCullough. Boy, they have 2 that blitz McClung as he took it down that sideline. 2-point lead for Arkansas. Let's see what Tech does here. Jamarius Burton has just come in. There's a foul. That's going to go on Devontae Davis. We talked about the emotion. We talked about the intensity. Both coaches like this, especially Chris Beard. He knows tournament time is meant for him. Adam, thank you. Back in 2018, last time they went to the Sweet 16, Syracuse, West Virginia, 2 terrific long-term winning coaches. There was a foul on Davis. That's why the free throw was taken. 2 2 minutes to play in the first half. Here from Indy. Arkansas is led by 5. Texas Tech is led by 10. 3 ties, 4 lead changes. The team in white with the ball, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Trying to push his way in, Tate.
And the official thought so too.
Coming up on AT&T at the half. Scores and highlights and the latest NCAA tournament news. All next on AT&T at the half.
Kevin, it's really difficult to move the ball from one side of the court to the other against this Texas Tech defense. But Arkansas really needs to do a better job at that. They get the ball on one side of the court, and then their only offense is to drive the ball to the basket. Moody has only attempted 3 shots in this game. When's the last time he touched the ball on the offensive end in position to score?
Williams in for Tate for Arkansas. Here comes Burton, junior from Charlotte. Shannon. Minute and a half to play in the half. McClung. They'll shimmy, trudge, now, and hand off. Underneath. Looking for an outlet. Peavy finds Shannon. Rebound inhaled by Williams.
Peavy's did a great job keeping his pivot foot. Here's Moody, has some space.
It's off to Noche. Shot clock is down to 10. Contorts. Has to. He's in a straight jacket. They go inside. Ball is loose. They're playing. Twister on the floor with the tie-up.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys.
Texas Tech. Texas Tech is going to get it.
Well, Kevin, the ball never hit the rim. Okay, the shot clock reset because Texas Tech got possession of the ball, and then the tie-up. And the possession arrow favors Texas Tech anyway.
No one in double figures for Texas Tech. One player in the game in double figures for Arkansas, that's Smith. It's Terrence Shannon. Terrific high school wide receiver, gets it down low. Santos Silva. Uncorking a 3 from outside, the miss by Shannon. Final seconds here, they can control the clock. Arkansas with it, and a 2-point lead. It's been as big as 5 for the Razorbacks, the 3 seed against the 6 seed Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Noche. It's going to have to tee it up. Moody will tee it up. Arkansas 17-1 when leading at the half, and that's where they have a slim lead of 2 right now. A good one. Intense and tournament flavor. With coaches that instill that with their teams. We'll take you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship on TNT. Well, we are in the great state of Indiana, and specifically in Indianapolis, Indiana, and at the heart of it all, historic Hinkle Fieldhouse, where the original floor is under the floor we're playing on today, built back in 1928. We have had a game so far with all the intensity that we thought we'd see between Texas Tech and Arkansas. Hi again, everyone. Kevin Harlan with Dan Bonner. And Dan, I'm assuming you're expecting the same kind of game in the second half.
Kevin, absolutely I am. I think for Arkansas, they've got to figure out a way to control their defensive boards. They didn't turn it over. That was one of the goals, but rebound was the other, and they didn't do it. And for Texas Tech, I think they have to figure out a way to force some turnovers and get some easier baskets.
Take a look at some of the numbers, and they're impressive as you take a look at some of the defense, which sometimes doesn't come up in the Wendy's stats right here. Show you the fast break lead for Texas Tech, the bench points for Arkansas, and right down the line. Let's check in with Dana.
Hey guys, I talked with both coaches at the half. Arkansas's Eric Musselman said obviously they need to do a bigger job on the boards, a better job defensive rebounding in the second half. And don't be surprised if you see that smaller lineup for them more. He said they had a good success with that. And we know that Justin Smith has 10 points in the first half once they made that switch. As for Chris Beard, he basically said stay the course. That's what he told his team. He said it feels like a Big 12 game out there, except that we're playing where the in Hoosier land, I believe was the exact quote, Hoosier land.
Now wait a minute, Dana.
It's not the land of the Hoosiers. I know this, but you know, it's the Indiana thing.
How in the world did you have a coherent conversation with these two coaches who are just lit up on that sideline?
I know, and can I tell you, Eric Musselman was the calmest that I have ever heard him at halftime. Even Chris Beard. Maybe there's a difference when it's not face-to-face.
Well, Texas Tech missed 16 of their last 19 shots, Dan, yet they are within 2. Arkansas begins. Second half is underway with a chance to play for the Sweet 16. With the ball now, Justin Smith, the Indiana transfer, kicks it out. Davis for 2.
Wait, and there's Davis again. He's now got 11 points in the game, Kevin, and they don't expect that much offense from him. He's done a pretty nice defensive job against McClung so far.
Santos Silva. McClung, guy Dan was just talking about. He tries to usher in some room. The fake, the drive. No, and a foul. Nice little pump fake there to get that shot away, and no surprise he has to scrape himself off the floor.
Kevin, that's what he does. I mean to tell you, he got Davis turned around and then just attacked the bigger Jalen Williams. But he just throws his body in there. He doesn't care, as long as he gets to the free throw line.
He was a 2-time state champion. His dad played football at Virginia Tech, so when you see that kind of roughhousing, that hard-nosed style of play, you know where it comes from. It comes from Dad. And some numbers on Mac.
And again, 1/4 of his points come from the free throw line. He is very, very good at getting to the line and converting once he gets there. Kevin, the one thing you have to say, though, the pace of this game is more a Texas Tech than an Arkansas pace. Arkansas, we said, comes in averaging better than 82 points a game. They got a ways to go to get better.
Up high and down hard. Justin Smith got the feed, well delivered by that guy, Jalen Tate.
Smith just has a way of finding openings on the inside.
Good point. McCullers on top. Santos Silva across the lane. Elegant shot, but will not go. Rebound by Moody.
Santos Silva has gotten some opportunities, Kevin. He's only 1 for 6, though.
Williams, cross court. Jalen Tate sets up. Rebound snared inside by Edwards. He's got 5. Weaving, trying to shoehorn a pass in there, and it was a turnover. Moody the other way. Tate on the fly. Finding Moody in stride. Won't count. Thought he had it. Whistle blew.
Well, this is just a great drive to the basket, and Shannon, who is guarding Smith, turned and went to the dribbler. And Smith just does a nice job coming from behind, just going right to the goal. Nice pass.
Arkansas trailed earlier in this game by 10. Remember, they trailed Colgate on Friday by 14 and won by 17.
Kevin, as that first half went on, Arkansas, you just felt them get into a little bit more of a rhythm. The offense that Davis has provided has been very important, and Smith has been scoring inside for him.
Smith. Here he goes. His defender fell, and that's an offensive foul. And it's called on the senior, Justin Smith.
What a great play by McClung. He knows he's overmatched here, but he just moves his feet, gets in position. Now, you establish both feet facing the dribbler, then you're allowed to move to maintain your position, and that's exactly what he did. Eric Musselman felt like maybe he went down a little too hard.
He'll load up from 3. And it's claimed by Davis. high-energy player. One of 3 freshmen that start. Shimmies his way down to that baseline, tipping, try, no good right there by Smith. Galloping the other way and down the middle. Nadolny in the corner. Edwards and a foul, a whistle below. It's on the Red Raiders.
It's really a nice job by Williams to get back and get in position. And again, you just have to stop here. He passes the ball and keeps going. Jump stop and pass the ball. That's something they teach you, Kevin, when you're 6 years old playing at the YMCA.
Arkansas with the ball. Last time they were in the NCAA tournament was 2017. Tate will drive. Finds himself underneath. Knocked away from behind. Retrieved by Smith. Biggest lead right now for the Razorbacks. The other way, quickly entering, Kevin McCullough of the Red Raiders.
And Eric Musselman just turns his back on the bench.
He goes, what?
Yeah, what are we doing? Nice job by the Red Raiders to just run the ball after that make.
Moody. That's a 3 by the freshman. The lead is 7. Equals Arkansas's biggest. Inside, driving McCullough. He met a wall of defense. Moody the other way, sifting his way through traffic on top. Williams. Across the lane. Tip and try, no. Tate is in there fighting with a foul.
Kevin, that was Justin Smith again getting the tip. Moody, we said he hasn't been very involved in the offense. This time he's wide open. That's only his 4th shot attempt of the game, but his second 3.
McCullough's got the foul.
Kevin, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Why in the second half does Jalen Tate take his headband off?
I'm guessing superstition. Do you have the answer or what?
No, I don't have the answer.
I think, unless Dana's got something, I think it's
I forgot to ask that question, but watching it on tape, he takes the headband off in the second half.
Played at Northern Kentucky. Dan, you mentioned this early. Grad transfer from Northern Kentucky. Graduated in 3 years. He was a terrific defensive player in the Horizon League. Their defensive player of the year last year. 3-time all-defensive team. Tourney MVP. I mean, he comes with gaudy credentials. And he usually, Dan, is always assigned the opposing team's best offensive player. But tonight, there's so much switching, it's hard to see who's on who.
Well, particularly when Arkansas is playing their smaller lineup, everybody out there can guard any position on the court.
Edwards picked up by Tate. Burton, travel.
Actually, Moody drew an offensive foul.
He sure did. Momentum is swinging. The optics would tell you, the play would tell you, the rugged style continues. Adam, how about that? Boeheim is in there 45 years, and he has his son as the leading scorer on that team. He averaged 17 a game, Dan. Had 25 today. Over the last 10, he's averaged 21. He was the very tip of that story for Syracuse, and they're going to the Sweet 16.
Well, Kevin, Boeheim made 6 3-point baskets today. Syracuse as a team made 14. It's hard to lose a game when you make 14 threes.
Out of bounds, shot clock at 16. Texas Tech has only 4 field goals in the last 15 minutes, down by 9. These teams are barging right into each other, it seems like every possession.
Well, these guys are really doing it nice. They're trying to drive to the basket, but the defense has been there. The turnovers we've had in the game, Kevin, for the most part, have been turnovers because guys have had charges called against them.
It is getting gnarly. Tate. Shot clock at 9. Moody in traffic. Oh, almost jackhammered in by Williams. Saved by Moody, out of bounds. He falls with the ball.
Well, you understand what Williams is trying to do, Kevin, but this is a situation where maybe you just tap the ball. You don't have to tip dunk the thing, just tap it in there.
Amazing, Dan. We watch these teams. They are such reflection of the intensity of their coaches. Some are mild-mannered, some are jovial. These two guys are at the edge of your seat all the time, intense, and their teams play that way. Little drive in here by Shannon. Picked up, lassoed by Williams.
Kevin, we've talked an awful lot about the Texas Tech half-court defense, but no less an authority than Nolan Richardson said this Arkansas. Their offense is pretty good too, but no less an authority than Nolan Richardson has said that this Arkansas team plays half-court defense as well as he's ever seen.
They save it. McClung, pump fake. Hoisting one from three is Terrence Shannon.
Boy, the Red Raiders needed that one badly. Now they're calling Carter's defense, and they've got to dig in here on the defensive end.
Oh, great find! What a pass! Threads it through. They get two.
You know, the defense backed off Williams there. You need to put some pressure on him so he can't find the open man. And there's another charge, Kevin.
It's like a football game. Watch this needle threading pass right there and right here.
Well, it's Williams catching the ball and making the pass, and now here Williams, this is the second play. But who's he throwing the ball to? Who's right around the rim? It's Justin Smith again.
Ten-point lead, Arkansas has been up by 11.
See, that's why you have to put pressure on the big guy.
Davis, three. Here they come with Kyler Edwards. Ahead it goes McClung. Taken off, explodes inside. Tapped up and in. Marcus Santos-Silva.
Marcos Santos-Silva, that is his fourth offensive rebound of the game.
Williams trying to punch his way for some room. That's a turnover. Coca-Cola cherries, sweet, bubbly, and unbelievably delicious. This game has been delicious.
It certainly
has.
Like,
what we call it, a rock fight?
Kevin, but what you just saw right there, Santos-Silva that time got right up in the face of Jalen Williams, and Williams threw the ball away. What a contrast to that last replay we showed, where Williams is alone at the foul line and can make an easy pass for a layup.
It's Peavy off the bench and in the game. McClung, the Georgetown transfer. Peavy right here. A turnover right there by Texas Tech. The other way comes Moses Moody. That is turned over and vacuumed in by McClung.
Got to take advantage of some of these.
Yes. He'll tee it up from three. Outside the miss. Edwards couldn't get it. Razorbacks on the fly. Note dancing. Kind of got caught up in his own speed. And there's a foul, and Kyler Edwards will pick it up for Texas Tech.
Kevin, that was a bit of a bailout because Note, he was like a Ferrari with no brakes. He's just going and going.
I like that.
Here he's trying to get a foul right there, and I don't know what Shannon was trying to do.
I mean, he's zooming up court. You got to be under control. That's what this game has been all about across the lane. Look at Tate contort.
Well, that's a really tough shot by Tate. And Smith is going to get called for being over the back. Tate's got trying to shoot it over two guys while he's drifting away from the basket. And that's a really nice job by Shannon with the block out. And whenever the official sees a guy basically standing on the ground, reach over and slap at the ball that way, it's always going to be called an over-the-back foul. Maybe he ought to put the headband back on, Kevin.
Maybe, yeah. He might decide that when he gets over there. Edwards will take a breather. Jamarius Burton has come in. He'll join McClung. Also got Agbo out there. He's got the ball right now. Peavy remains on the floor. Burton has it. McClung controls.
Oh, that was over.
Oh, it sure was, Dan. You called it, and there it is. Little haphazard.
Well, just not paying attention right there.
Yep.
And again, you're worried about the defensive pressure. You got two guys on you, and he's clearly in the front court and throws it to a guy in the back court. But it was the defensive pressure that caused that. And if you're going to be dribbling the ball across half court, you got to be aware that they might come after you. Throw it forward, not backwards.
Avery Bunsen has come in for the first time. Benson's a junior. He was on that Final Four team a couple years ago. The twirling shot by Moody.
And that's why Moody is so difficult to defend. McClung did a very, very good job, forced Moody into a tough shot, but Moody's a guy who can make tough shots.
Note driving with great heroism down that lane, knowing he's probably going to get whacked, and he did, with a foul called on the Razorback D.
We've talked about Moses Moody and how he's not had a lot of shots today, but this gives you an idea of his skill set. What a nice play.
Beautiful afterglow here in Indiana. They've been incredible hosts for us. Scan this code now to watch live games on your computer, your phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com/March Madness or download the app today. Arkansas by 10. They've led by 11. They trailed by 10. 3 ties, 4 lead changes. Shooting is about the same. Rebounding about the same. We just had a foul. It was on Tate of Arkansas. And at the free throw line, Dan, they send sophomore Terrence Shannon, who is a 74% free throw shooter.
Well, they need to get to the free throw line a little bit more, Kevin, because they are shooting fairly poorly in the second half, only 30%. They've only attempted 10 shots in the second half.
Shannon was a top 100 high school player, All-State in the state of Illinois. All-City selection in Chicago as a high school wide receiver in football. He's built like a wide receiver. 8-point game, under 12 to go. Here comes Davis. And now, Note, the 6th man of the year, Note was in the Southeastern Conference after being the ace on Freshman of the Year at Jacksonville. Probing. Benson on him. Moody. He's marooned on top. He has to fire, and it's picked up inside by Williams. Oh, a sweet hook. It will not drop. Moody is there to clean it up and foul.
Kevin, Moody really forced that shot, and a very nice offensive rebound by Williams. Williams, I think, has the opportunity to pass it outside, and Justin Smith actually got in his way, and I think that's why he missed the shot. But a nice play by Moody to follow up.
Moody is one of the top scoring freshmen in the country. He was 3rd overall in the Southeastern Conference, and he was 3rd in freshman scoring in the country.
And that's a rare miss. He shoots over 80% from the free throw.
You're right. 81. Razorbacks had their best record in the SEC since 93-94 with 13-4. Falling back on D. It's Matt McClung. Edwards got a nice screen from Peavy. Back to the freshman. He'll slither and fade. Commanding rebound inside by Jalen Williams. He's got 8.
Kevin, I think the reason that Arkansas has gained the lead in this game is they have been able to get easier shots. Texas Tech really struggling.
Note throws it inside, swatted away, a mesmerizing defensive play there by Micah Peavy. Not a foul. Did they call that? Yep, they did.
McClung is the guy that comes flying in here.
That was.
Note with the pass, and Williams just took a little too long to load up that dunk. And the foul is on Peavy. McClung comes from behind. We talked about what an athlete he is, and he knocked the ball away.
Well, here's freshman Jalen Williams, high school player of the year, as we mentioned back in the first half, in the state of Arkansas from Fort Smith, Northside High School. And Dana, it's a 51-42 game here with the Razorbacks on top.
And one former Razorback who was very happy to see that is Coach Nolan Richardson. I was able to text with him and get a report in. He said, when I'm watching the Hogs play, all I hope is that they get the lead and increase it. They're playing well. Just stay in the dogfight. Remember the last time, obviously, this Arkansas team in the Sweet 16 under Nolan Richardson.
Dana, I bet for Nolan Richardson, Eric Musselman, their current coach, is his kind of coach, huh? Wow.
I have no doubt about it.
Thank you.
Nolan Richardson, one of the great coaches. I mean, his teams were so much fun to watch.
He tried to put it inside right there with the pass, down court, off the fingertips. Justin Smith could not find the handle.
Now, that's about the only mistake we've seen Smith make today, but that pass had a little mustard on it.
Razorbacks slink back on D. I think they felt like they missed an opportunity right there in a 10-point game. Approaching 10 to play. McClung, he's got 9. He averages 16.
He's had a tough time getting loose with Davis.
You're right. A lot of guys have been gripped defensively. Shot clock at 7. Shannon. And it was inhaled that time by Jalen Williams.
And Arkansas has done a much better job with their defensive rebounding in the second half. Only 2 offensive rebounds for Texas Tech in this half.
The dance, he'll fire from 3, way outside, the miss by Shannon. Here comes Note, make it Shannon the other way. Note missed that shot. They pick it up inside.
Nice pass.
It was right on the screws. And look at the finish at the other end.
Oh, they called a technical foul.
Hanging on the rim by Devo Davis. Hanging on the rim by Devo Davis.
That may have been one of those, Kevin, where his momentum, he had to stop his momentum. This is a great pass by Jalen Williams. I think they felt like he did a little chin up there. Yeah, he lifted his legs up. That he did a pull-up, chin up. Now this is, Kevin, this is a Class B technical foul, so that doesn't count against his personal foul total. It'll be 1 shot, and we'll pick it up with Texas Tech getting the ball inbounds.
So Shannon was at the line taking the tee.
So it's only a 1-shot foul. Doesn't count toward his personal foul total.
Arkansas is led by 12. Arkansas is shooting 43%. Texas Tech is shooting for the game 32%. And in the second half, Dan, Texas Tech is only 3 of 13.
Now, we talked about this Arkansas half-court defense, and it has been outstanding.
Dynamite move inside. McClung tried to get it, stripped, 18 on the shot clock.
That was really a nice defensive play by Moody. He held his ground in there and timed it, so he knocked the ball away from McClung. McClung's lucky the ball didn't bounce off him and go out of bounds.
There's a nice screen. The drive, and it's off balance, and Edwards can't get it. And it's picked up by Devo Davis. Into the defense, crawls inside, got it for 2, and a foul. High energy, Devontae Davis.
Boy, talking high energy and high speed, Kevin. Texas Tech trying to crash the boards, and Davis gets out ahead, and he just goes. Shannon never was able to get in front of him, never get his feet set in front of him, so that's why that one was called a blocking foul.
Davis, a freshman for Arkansas, part of the 5th-ranked recruiting class in the country. Mid-range shot, no good by McCullough. Picked up inside by freshman Jalen Williams. He now has 10.
Well, he's really asserted himself, Kevin, particularly in this second half on the boards.
Catching their breath, no tape.
That's something that Note really hasn't done much of, Kevin. He goes and goes.
Goes slither, can't get it. Sneaking his way in. Had a shot, it looked like, out of bounds. 13-point lead, the biggest for Arkansas.
Well, Arkansas needs to find some offense, and one of the ways I think they can do that is try maybe to set some screens to get McClung open. Davis has been all over him.
Santos Silva's going to sit. Shannon, the screen set right there by Agbo. Out on him is Smith. And he has a twisted shot, which is batted back out. Edwards, 3. Got it. Kyler Edwards. Beautiful stroke to make it a 10-point game. 8:10 to go. The winner will play the winner of Florida Oral Roberts in the tournament. A reminder, get non-stop March Madness news, picks, and highlights from every game on CBS Sports HQ. Free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today with a look at Eric Musselman's wife, Danielle, and their little girl, Mariah. Part of about 1,200 inside historic Hinkle Fieldhouse, just outside downtown Indy. Moody, 3. And a rebound clutched onto by McCullough.
And if you're Texas Tech, you got to find a way to get some easy baskets. It's easier said than done against this Arkansas defense.
McCullough. It's Shannon. Look at him bang his way inside. Everywhere he looks is a white jersey. Athletic catch by McClung. They've got 9 to fire. Outside it goes. Edwards for 3.
Well, that's just a really tough sequence by Texas Tech. Took the ball in the middle, forced the defense to commit. That's exactly the kind of shot that they need to get, that open 3, and of course they need to make them.
That was a big hit for Texas Tech. It's a 7-point game. Driving here, Davis, right down the boulevard and inside. Clutched onto by Edwards. Off balance on the fly, McCullough will sink it. It's an 8-0 run for the Red Raiders, who are now within 5.
Toughness on defense, you convert it into offense, and defense has been their calling card, Kevin, and they got to rely on that right now.
Davis has it. Averages 8. 15 tonight. He'll take it in. Clutched onto by Shannon. Outside McClung. Now they give up to McCullough. 3 up and down. Oh, Terrence Shannon puts in a big one. He's been a flamethrower tonight. 18 points for the Red Raiders.
Boy,
11-0 run.
That didn't take long.
No, it did not. 2-point game. It was 13 moments ago. 6 to play.
And you just see the energy on the defensive end really going up a notch.
Tate gets it back to Moses Moody, freshman of the year in the conference. The fake, the lean, he fires and gets the deuce.
And that's one of your problems. Moody's one of those guys who can make tough shots. That was pretty good defense. Really nice offensive execution, though.
Agbo. Long shot. It's off the glass. He's only 28% and puts one in from distance. It's a 1-point game.
Well, suddenly things are going really well for Texas Tech. He took that shot, and I thought, my goodness. Don't know that he planned to bank it in, but it counts the same.
Moody sizing him up. Defensive Edwards there. It's a 3. Bullseye!
Well,
Another one off the glass.
they can bank it in on one end, why not on the other?
15 for Moses Moody. McCullough. Agbo. That missed it all. And a shove down low.
Well, that foul is against Edwards, and I think that's his 5th. I mean, good heavens, this is a 28% shooter, and he banks it in. And then down on the other end, this is a much better shooter. He shoots almost 40% from out there, but he banks it in. And here's the foul.
Right here. Yeah,
Edwards just pushes him down. Or tries to push him down. Edwards falls down.
4.5 to go in a 4-point Arkansas game.
I'm sorry, that's only Edwards' 3rd foul. It's McCullers who's got 4 fouls.
At the free throw line for the Arkansas Razorbacks is Jalen Tate. 68% free throw shooter.
Now, Texas Tech is over the 10-foul limit, so everything else for Arkansas will be 2 from now on. The Razorbacks only have 4 fouls in the half, Kevin.
Tate gets the backhand. Tate has put an 8, 4 of 4 from the line. McCullers trying to chip his way in. Edwards, they swing it to Shannon against Smith. Moody lost the ball. Ricochets off his lunging palm. Fingertips out of bounds of Arkansas.
Well, he couldn't control the ball because Agbo was really coming hard to the offensive boards. The officials trying to keep the Arkansas coaches in their spots.
Keep everybody in their spots. This is some kind of game. Agbo, 3. Rebound lassoed inside by Moody. He's got 6.
Kevin, and again, he's a 28% three-point shooter. I think that's not really the shot that Texas Tech needed at that point.
Tate with the ball at 17 in the first round. He'll knife his way in, take a hit, and get fouled. We have seen some sledgehammers thrown. Edwards picks it up. We step aside. House of Highlights, The Reel, is back for Season 3. Host Kenny Beecham sits with top athletes to react to the biggest moments of their careers. Watch now on Facebook Watch. They were taking a look to see who the foul was on. Shannon picked it up for Texas Tech. Kyler Edwards was also over there too. At the free throw line is Jalen Tate again. Now Tate, Dan, is 4 of 4 from the stripe with 8.
And again, Kevin, every one of these shots now is going to be 2 shots because Texas Tech is over the 10-foul limit. As we said, Arkansas only has 4 team fouls in this half, so they can be very aggressive if they need to.
Tate. It was 58-57 Arkansas, but now the Razorbacks on a 7-0 run. Edwards the other way. Agbo. McCullough against Moody. Cross court, Agbo by himself, free to fire from the corner. He got it!
Wow. Agbo is the guy that the Arkansas defense is dropping away from.
Agbo averages 2. He's got 6. Nailed the 3. Poked out of bounds. It's off of Moody. Gritty defense on both sides.
And Agbo didn't bank this one in. He had a lot of time. You see, the defense runs away from him.
Highly regarded high school player out of San Diego, they're checking the arms right there of Jalen Williams for a scratch or blood.
See, Williams wasn't out there to defend Agbo because he had fallen on the ground in the middle of the lane.
Agbo, freshman. McCullers, sophomore. Grinding down low, reverse. Oh my goodness, what a play! Squeezes the trigger and gets the 2.
McCullers and Tate bang into one another, and when Tate bumps him, Tate has to stand straight up, and that allows McCullers to sneak by. That is a tough shot.
McCullers got 13 points. He averages 10. 4th foul on Tate. No surprise, though, Tate does get in foul trouble because he's so aggressive, so high energy, and he's got the ball now. A 2-point game with under 3 to go.
Boy, what a great response by Texas Tech.
And it goes to Williams. Finding Smith. What a pass. He swiveled and found him.
And once again, we see Smith just cut to the basket. Agbo lost it.
Driving hard down that lane. Kevin McCullough.
Go ahead.
This, watch him swivel around.
It's just the old give and go, Kevin. He passes the ball to him and just cuts to the basket.
Smith is 9 of 11 tonight, Dan with 20.
Why Agbo is turning around and looking at Williams is a question that Chris Beard will ask him later.
He'll have 2.
McCullough at the line, missed 9 games earlier in the season. Since his return January 2nd, he leads Texas Tech in rebounding and in steals. They're going to take one more look at this one with our officiating crew of Adams, Chiazza, and Hampton. Official review and 2.5 to go.
They're looking to see if this was a flagrant foul. And I'm not sure the flagrant foul is excessive and or unnecessary contact, or if it's not a basketball play. And a basketball play is defined as something that just normally happens in the course of the game.
Rules analyst Gene Steratore is going to join us. And Gene, what'd you see on this?
And Dan set that up exactly right, Kevin. And after looking at this replay, there is really great hand-on-ball contact by the defender. There is some body contact in there as he reaches around, but I see nothing more than just a really good basketball play by the defender with some body contact, which warranted the foul that Pat Adams did call.
Gene, thank you. One more time. The crash.
So it's just a regular foul.
Common foul. McCullough at the line, 70%. Tonight, 1 of 1. Playing with 4 fouls, but 14 points.
Ah, that's a big one. Kevin, the reason the officials went to look at that, you had that big crash underneath the basket.
Yeah.
Kevin, there's a lot of time left in this game. It's suddenly a 3-point ball game.
Timeouts, Texas Tech with 1, Arkansas with 2. 4 lead changes 3 times. 3-point game, 2.5. Color is there. Front leg bounce pass down low. Back out to Williams. Shot clock at 10. Davis. Spin. Fire. Agbo.
Davis has had a big game for Arkansas, but he's missed his last couple.
Pushing for the shot with the foul called on Arkansas. And they put it on Jalen Williams.
Williams has done a great job moving his feet and getting in position to draw the charge that time. He never established his position.
Texas Tech, number 1, Terrence
Terrence Shannon, Lincoln Park High School in Chicago. Third team, all Big 12, nails the first. It's hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action like this game. All Elite Wrestling is boundless. Don't miss AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite at 8 o'clock right here on TNT. This game has been dynamite.
Well, Kevin, these last couple of minutes have really been back and forth, and Texas Tech has reasserted itself on the defensive end. Arkansas has had a tough time getting a good look.
9-2 Texas Tech run. Tate Agbowanham. Davis finds a sliver of room. Then they converge. Shot clock at 8. Note, the crash, the drive, the rebound by McCullough. 1-point game, Texas Tech with the ball.
That was a short layup. It was highly contested.
He fell, blew a tire, but there was a shove and a foul. Note.
There was contact there, and because he fell down, it was called a foul. If you have contact where the defender gains an advantage, then that means it's a foul. He steps on his foot. You know, you say, well, that's just incidental. Well, it's not incidental if you gain an advantage by the contact.
McClung is at the line, 4 of 6 tonight, 9 points. 80% free throw shooter. Wow. Chance to tie, and he cannot connect. And the Razorbacks holding on to a 1-point lead, approaching a minute to play. The winner to the Sweet 16.
They've got to get the ball in the hands of either Moody or Smith on this particular play.
Here's a 3. And the rebound is clutched onto by Shannon.
You know, Note's been sitting over there on the bench for a while, Kevin, and that was a deep, deep 3. Don't know that that's what Eric Musselman had in mind.
Inside, up and off.
Oh, wow.
What a rebound by Note. Makes amends and grabs the ball.
It's only about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Poking in there is McClung, who picks up the foul.
And this is good defensive pressure without fouling by Tate. And Eric Musselman just had everybody get out of the way. Note a 76% free throw shooter. So he's willing to let it ride here. It's a 2-shot foul, of course.
When J.D. Note entered the transfer portal, Eric Musselman was the first coach that called him. But Musselman was at Nevada. When Musselman went to Arkansas, he again contacted Note, and Note followed him to Fayetteville. Transfers all over both of these rosters as these coaches build these programs. Arkansas by 2. They've led by 13. Tech led earlier by 10. Arkansas 2 timeouts. Texas Tech 1. Edwards. Clock down to 6. He's dancing. Smith is there. Accelerates. No! Rebound Note. That's it. Arkansas is going to the Sweet 16.
Kevin, that ball just up there a little too hard. I mean, Justin Smith put great pressure on Shannon. We can understand the disappointment and also the excitement.
Wow. The captivating time of March. Think of how many times these kids have dreamt of moments like this to celebrate. Limited fans here, but hearty souls making the trip to Indy.
Well, Kevin, I guess in a game like this, it was appropriate that it was basically decided on a defensive play. Smith pressuring the shot, missing the layup.
We had a lot of crushing defense tonight. And there was no way either team could inoculate themselves from facing that kind of pressure, those kind of hits, that kind of physicality every time they brought it to the other end. Let's go to Dana Jacobson.
Coach, I know you want to celebrate with your team. Man, you called this a dogfight before it happened. What was that like out there? How'd you pull away?
Well, Dana, we just didn't fight. Obviously, Texas Tech, really physical team. I thought we went nose to nose with them on the backboards. Unbelievable win for our program.
A great defensive play in the end there by Justin, and he did it on the offensive end as well.
We did a great job of trying to wall them up the last few seconds. We didn't want to give up a three. We went to our 1 through 5 switching, and look, Texas Tech is such a tough team, and we went pound for pound with them tonight.
Arkansas is now headed to the Sweet 16 for the first time since Nolan Richardson was coaching in '96, and I have a text message for you from him. Super job. You deserve the name Super Coach.
Thanks, Dana.
Congratulations, Coach.
Eric Musselman, 3 seed Arkansas advances.